On October 11th of 2025, the world lost a true original. Diane Keaton. She was an actress, a style icon, and a storyteller, and she left us at the age of 79. What remains is her legacy: the joyous laugh, the quirky hats, the wide-leg trousers, and the quiet power of being unapologetically herself. Diane Keaton didn't just wear fashion, she lived it. And today we honor her vision of style, not as a trend, but as a reflection of self-expression, confidence, and evolution. In this tribute, we'll explore the 10 timeless quotes from Diane, each one a spark of her philosophy. And from each, we'll draw a style lesson you can live by. So let's dive right in. Diane's first quote: "When I was young, I wanted my appearance to be more interesting than what surrounded me. Now, the part I like best is my eyes." What I noticed is Diane's relationship with herself changed over time. And that's the beauty of her journey. She reminds us that the features we once overlooked can become our signature. When you stop trying to look different from yourself and start dressing for yourself, you unlock real confidence. And here's a style lesson from this quote: "Let your wardrobe reflect where you are now, not where you used to be. And by honoring your evolution, that's real style." Diane Keaton's next quote: "I am never going to wear anything sleeveless, ever, ever, ever. But I've always loved suits and jackets." Diane's humor here is as sharp as her tailoring. She doesn't apologize for what she won't wear, and she leans into what she loves. And her wardrobe isn't about restriction, it's about refinement. So the style lesson from this quote is you don't have to wear everything to look stylish. Curate, edit, and repeat what makes you feel strong, because your confidence is going to look best when it's comfortable. The third quote from Diane: "I think there should be a chain of stores that makes men's clothing fitted to women's bodies." She understood that style isn't gendered. It's actually emotional. Menswear gave Diane freedom, structure without constraint, polish without pretense. Her iconic look told the world that femininity can be powerful, minimal, and self-defined in an age where that wasn't always the case. And here's the style lesson: borrow the elements that make you feel confident. Tailoring, simplicity, movement, and make them your own. That's the essence of personal style. Her next quote: "I mean, why not? Let's doll ourselves up the best we can." Keaton never took fashion too seriously. In fact, she played dress up with intention, because you know what? Joy itself is a statement. And the older she got, the more she laughed through her wardrobe. So the style lesson on this one is approach fashion like art, not armor. A polka dot tie, a patterned glove, or a bowler hat can shift your energy. When you have fun with clothes, people feel it. When she was asked if she's had plastic surgery, she said, "I haven't, but that doesn't mean I won't." She didn't preach perfection or pretend to have all the answers. She told the truth. And in a world that's obsessed with image, her honesty was the real rebellion. So the style tip I have for you is be transparent about what makes you feel good, whether it's lipstick, lasers, or linen trousers. You know, authenticity and beauty are not opposites. They're actually partners. And the next quote I have from Diane: "I still love attention. The compensation is that you get pleasure from being the observer, not just from being observed." Diane turned curiosity into charisma. She not only was being observed, but she looked around at the world around her. And that's what helped keep her look fresh decade after decade. So here's the style lesson: notice what excites you. Colors, textures, shapes, or even people, because observation is going to build taste. The more you pay attention, the more original your style will become. The next quote from Diane is on aging. She said, "I think light is better when you're older. Let it be." There's no bitterness here, only acceptance and a bit of humor. She reminds us that aging isn't something to hide from the light. It's actually something to embrace. And I think it's a really powerful quote. So here's the style lesson: don't fight time. Adjust your lens. Lighter fabrics, softer colors, and clothes that let light touch your skin. You're not fading, you're glowing. The next quote from Diane is, "I say I wear hats for health purposes." We know better. Those hats were health for the soul. Each one framed her face, completed her look, and made her instantly recognizable. So here's the style lesson: find your hat, the one that feels like your punctuation or trademark. It could be a scarf, a blazer, a bold lip, or a stack of bracelets. Make it your trademark. Now, this quote from Diane Keaton talks about beauty. The more we embrace what our own feelings about beauty are, the more fun it's going to be for us as we go along. In this quote, Diane gave us permission to stop chasing perfection and start enjoying the ride. And the style lesson I have from this one is redefine your beauty with every decade. Ask yourself what makes you feel most alive, and not just what makes you look most flattering, because that's when beauty becomes joy. This next quote is on her outfit formulas, and she sure did have them. A turtleneck, suit, large belt, and of course, a hat and glasses. That's Diane's wardrobe mantra. She knew what she loved, refined it over the years, wore it like armor, and comedy. So the style lesson on this is consistency isn't boring, it's iconic. Find your formula and remix it endlessly. When you know your foundation, you can build forever. Here's some more quotes I found from Diane Keaton. Some things will never change for me. She took me to Goodwill and let me express myself, and I couldn't live without either of them. I think these short lines capture Diane Keaton's spirit beautifully. Gratitude, resourcefulness, and self-expression. From thrifted finds to timeless accessories, Diane's joy came from the creative act of putting herself together. Diane Keaton taught us that true style isn't about youth, luxury, or rules. It's about curiosity, courage, and the joy of showing up for yourself every single day. Her laugh, her hats, her honesty, they'll never go out of style. Thank you, Diane, for reminding us that the best fashion statement is authenticity. Which of Diane Keaton's quotes inspired you the most? Let me know in the comments. You know I love hearing from you. Stay gorgeous, and I'll see you in the next video.